So,
I joined and I immediately hear the mooing of soon-to-be dead cows.
you laugh now until they start developing government.
Oh yeah, what's the government gonna do? Just send a cease and desist order 8 months later to stop killing their citizens?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
please.
Enforce through what sort of central authority? Oh, we don't recognize cow law here.
Oh.
Oh, geopolitical humor.
Are you saying cows are libertarians?
I mean, if I
Which
if
one
I
can
go
I
to
make
cow
fuck?
court,
Click on them all.
if I go to cow court and I see like a cow flag
court.
and it's covered in like it's got like the gold fringe, then I know I don't need to recognize it because it's maritime cow law.
Oh god. This is
Do
too
you
many
not know how to libertarian?
This is too many layers deep.
Oh, that's not libertarian. That's sovereign citizen. That's libertarian on like the next. That's libertarian new game plus.
You can't. I can't.
All right. Last time we were
What
playing.
what would you like to do today, Bird?
Well, I was
Wow, a lot
about
of cooked
to.
steak over here, Bird.
Oh yeah, that was probably mine, but that's okay. I guess it doesn't matter because there's infinite steak in this hallway,
Yeah.
isn't there?
No, I was just maintaining the smelters
Yeah. All we have
and
are
checking
are
what's
cows.
going on.
All we have are unrefined steak animals and steak. That was terrible.
We could go on a journey. We could make a sky bridge. We could make a cool building or something. We could, you know, unleash the demons of hell by building a portal to the netherworld.
I don't know what that means, but I want to make more enchantments.
We could
I
prank.
need more books.
Do you want to just keep scaling up the book production until we can maximize our book profits?
I mean, how do we scale up our book production at this point?
I don't know. You work at fucking Amazon.
Oh, I sell books. I don't write books. It's not like Amazon only sells books that it wrote.
They don't teach you infrastructure on your computer.
That's a very good point. Oh shit, you need a space above a bench to be able to use the bench. Well, I hope there was nothing good in this chest because it's locked away for forever. Alright.
What did you do?
Nothing. Why do you ask questions so goddamn much?
Do?
I didn't do anything. Officer
Mom. Now it's floating. That was a very easy problem to fix, actually.
It floats?
Yeah.
You break the,
Yeah,
you break the cobblestone, it floats?
Yeah, pretty much everything floats. Except anvils. Because Looney Tunes.
Alright, well, tell you what. While you solve the problem, I'm gonna go leave.
I'm gonna expand our bamboo production.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I saw you were working on that. I'm gonna run outside and just try to find more and just pick it up and take it back home with me.
Oh, bamboo?
Not bamboo.
Cows?
Sugarcane, that's what it is.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sugarcane's easy to scale up. I would focus on trying to get the leather. Isn't that the big bottleneck we have?
We're also out of paper, and we only have 3 things of sugarcane, which is actually very, very small.
What we need is a lot of dirt. Let me check the chest to see if we have a lot of dirt.
We have ass loads of dirt.
Do we have ass loads of dirt? Do we have dirt loads of ass? That's the real question. Have you considered more dirt ass?
It's time to eat dirt and dig ass.
It's time to eat it ass. All right, good server connection. Definitely just
that was
definitely just watched as the dirt as the thing I was mining just respawned.
Yeah,
no,
there was definitely a weird hiccup there. I don't know what happened.
He's like, because I have a force field.
Yeah, well, oh, jeez, I don't know what's going on. Oh, I'm running through the world, and it's generally a lot of chunks, and there's also a lot of things trying to kill me, and I think that it's having some trouble handling the chunk generation. Because hey, why wouldn't this 10-year-old game have performance issues? This 10-year-old voxel art game.
Are you telling me that the server infrastructure thing you had to download via a weird illicit looking link on the official website that was hidden several layers deep, and then you had to jerry-rig together via like code you looked up on a wiki in order to make it work at all, might be not actively updated in the way that would make you think it was, you know, a 10-year-old game.
Yeah, that thing that you just said.
They probably made it 8 years ago and then left it forever. Oh, look, the open ocean. That'll put a damper on my ability to expand the mine and that the farm in that direction.
I've heard from people that do like performance improvement mods that like the Minecraft code is so bad.
Yeah, it was made by one guy.
Yeah.
I was just like, dude, check this out. And oh, I guess people want this. I wasn't ready for that.
No, I've heard that the main thing is that Minecraft, especially like vanilla Minecraft, is and always has been a tremendous hog of RAM. Apparently, well, okay, I was about to start diving into technical things, and I was like, oh wait, no, that's not.
That'll teach him. You think people want to learn on the internet?
You know, for one, the game is written in Java, so that's already kind of a problem.
Yeah.
Because
people have had better ideas.
Yeah. So, you know, the way that Java works is that every Java program basically has to stop running every 3 to 5 seconds to delete everything in memory. That's like too old.
That sounds cartoonish. That's incredible.
No, it's called Mark and Sweep Stop the World Garbage Collection. And Java does that by default. You know what language doesn't do that? C++. And that's why people generally try to write video games in C++ because you don't want to interrupt your simulation.
I think
over
that
and over again.
I think the majority of the world plays non-Java Minecraft.
Yeah, I think so.
Because the phone and console versions are not Java.
Yeah.
But they were playing the Java version because that's the version of the PC that where you can have mods or customize things or just
for all the mods that we're using.
It's the Minecraft that exists to us. We might mod.
It's the Minecraft that like
if we get enough into this and we do most of the stuff, we'll be like, all right, now play the weird challenge mode things where you're like are on a sad island and have 3 fingers.
What? The sad island?
You have 3 fingers? I don't know why. That was just like...
Huh.
I was just thinking of like, in Minecraft and Factorio, there's the challenge maps like C block. It's Sky Factory in Minecraft and C block in Factorio, I think. Like in Factorio, you're in the middle of the ocean on a tiny island, and you have to literally generate more island in order to make more factories and everything.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. How many fingers do you have in that mode?
I don't know. You can't see that close up to the guy.
Oh,
he's really bitty.
Must be 3.
Yeah, it's canon now. Obviously, it's obviously canon.
Everyone knows off the cuff incorrect statements are the quickest way to make something canon.
Yeah, just lie.
Especially,
just lie and demand that it be truth now.
All right, so I found some sugarcane. Ooh, a mushy. God, it's guarded by an Enderman. Never mind.
Such as the entire history of the tenuous claims of what the fuck Mario's last name is.
I thought his name was Luigi.
Because people have been telling me that Mario's last name is Mario. And there's a really weird back and forth where, like, one of the sources for that is Miyamoto. Eventually saying, like, a year ago that was the case. But if you rewind, like, back to when the Mario movie came out, he would literally made fun of the movie for how stupid it was that they called them Mario and Luigi Mario.
Well, they are the Mario brothers, so they should have the last name be Mario. That's what makes sense. Yeah?
That would make sense, but also no.
No, it does make sense. Like, you don't...
Stupid-ass name.
You don't name two brothers after the first name because then like that makes Luigi like super non-important.
Yeah.
Like people don't call you and your brother the Keith brothers. Like that doesn't.
They should.
Okay.
Fuck that guy.
Fair.
I'm gonna die. Okay, stop
Believe
drowning.
me, I've tried.
You don't know him.
I know, that's the problem.
It's really gets in the way.
So I was running a application.
It's
in the
really hard to
background
fuck this person that I've never encountered.
I was running an application in the background that I thought I closed, so I just closed that, and now the server's running a lot better. So apologies
Yay.
for that. But you should notice way less hiccups at this point. I was apparently running Visual Studio, so my C++ coding program was running in the background, and that thing is a huge performance sucker. A huge resource hog.
Were you making the video games?
No, because that's illegal.
It's illegal to develop video games. The entire video game market is the black market.
Hey, you want to see some Minecraft?
Guys, you gotta need more of them video games. Come on, give me the good stuff.
Oh, I got exactly what you need. I got some Hearthstone. You like Hearthstone? You like Hearthstone?
God damn it, how does water work in this game?
Well, you dump it on the ground.
It's like harder than you would think to make like air pockets.
I would imagine it'd be very hard to make air pockets. I mean, if you're swimming in the ocean and you're about to drown, and you like have a pickaxe and you mine into the cave above you, oxygen isn't going to magically appear.
Not with that mentality. Well, I'm like I've mostly covered up the inside of the mine, and I'm just trying to make.
You're making it very modest.
I've expanded outward a bit, and I'm making that not the mine, the farm, and I'm just trying to make it not water anymore, but. Of course, it's not just water flowing in from the outside. If you completely enclose it inside of walls, there's still source blocks of water inside. So it'll magically always have water. So you have to replace those blocks with, like, dirt and shit until it finally goes away.
Dirt and shit, yeah.
And, like, yeah, like, putting down a bunch of, like, dirt and then shoveling it away doesn't actually make it air. It just goes back to being water, and I'm like, fuck! Let me go!
Oh, yeah, no, dirt.
Leave me alone.
Fuck,
Don't fucking pretend to not listen to me.
I was listening to your story.
You're doing it the bad way. You're doing it the way where you pretend you're not listening.
Yeah, I mean, all I need to do is just repeat back the last, like, 2 or 3 words that you said, and then you can't tell I'm not listening.
Take notes, Ladybird.
She's not watching the stream anyway.
Is Minecraft where she finally stops caring?
Oh shit, that's a baby fox. There are foxes in this game?
Is it? Would you be able to obviously tell that's a fox and not like a wolf or something?
I don't know. It looks like tails, but with only one tail, so it looks like shitty tails. Let's see if they like apples. They don't like apples.
According to Bird, all foxes are shitty tails. Jesus.
What? I mean, if you saw a hedgehog and it was like moving all slow ass, you'd be like, it's like Sonic.
What a fucking loser.
Yeah. It occurs to... Oh, what the fuck are you? Jesus, I'm getting chased by people holding crossbows. What the fuck?
Are they humans and not skeletons, which are apparently not human,
villagers.
according to me?
They're villager humans. They're holding crossbows.
And they're attacking you?
Well, no, because I ran the hell away, but they wanted to attack me.
Alright, tell me how that goes.
Well, I don't know. I ran the hell away. So it went pretty alright, if you ask me.
Have you considered not being a coward?
I briefly considered it, and then decided against it.
Also, chat provided the most distressing sentence of, Mario is Luigi's maiden name.
Ah, true. You know, in some cultures, it's also traditional to take the name of your husband as your middle name. So
Like the first name?
yeah, so you could be or like their dad. No, I think it's the dad. I don't remember.
Well, I was like, what is this like Handmaid's Tale bullshit?
Anyway, yeah. So it's common if you're like in some cultures to take the your dad's first name as your middle name. So if Luigi, I don't know where. Okay, Luigi got cucked or something by Mario, then their kid could be named like Mario. If if they also named
Buffalo,
it Mario.
Buffalo. If Chad could tell me how bamboo works, that'd be handy.
You don't chop it off at the bottom, you just chop off the middle part.
No, I mean, I'm planning a bamboo farm, but I don't know the rules for where bamboo has to be planted. Like if it has to be, or sugarcane. I don't know if every single tile has to be next to water or what. It always grows on a riverbank when you find it.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you know what I do know? I just walked into an area where dogs, pigs, and foxes were all hanging out next to each other when the chunk came in. But as soon as I got in range,
where were you when the chunk came?
As soon as I got in range for their AI to kick on, the wolves started going nuts, and they just started killing the shit out of like the foxes and the pigs.
Oh yeah?
It was like, oh shit, the human's here. Right, remember, gotta die.
And what'd the fox say?
Well, it ran away, and it also had a little kid. That was also a baby fox. Not like it had like a little kid.
A child. The fox escaped with its human child.
And that's how Tails was born.
Miles per hour. Unironically, the worst name.
Yeah. Tails Mario.
Mario, Tails, Mario, the hedgehog. Per hour.
How come no one's ever drawn fan art where it's Luigi the hedgehog? Is that a salmon? I found a salmon. I'm gonna punch the salmon. Wow, that sounded really, really dirty.
Did it?
Yes.
Why was it? What's dirty about punching salmon?
It's the addition of like the word the. Making a definitive article is like where it becomes like, oh, that probably means some sort of, you know.
That just immediately makes it a sex act.
Yeah, that makes it some sort of like. Are
you ready to punch the salmon?
God. But no, I mean, okay, if you tell someone like, sorry for being late, I was punching a salmon. Everyone's just gonna be like, oh, okay, they were doing something fish related. If you say, sorry for being late, I was punching the salmon. Everyone's gonna be like, oh, all right, that's.
Thanks for sharing.
Chat straw poll right now. What do you think punching the salmon means? Come up with a good definition and I'll read it out for a nickel.
The real question is whether or not there's already an Urban Dictionary for it or not.
Fair. Bird, my wife and I think you're one of the funniest people on YouTube. Yo, why'd you have to qualify with on YouTube, man?
Oh.
That hurt my feelings.
Way to take a compliment. What do you mean on YouTube?
I thought you just meant I'd be the funniest, not the funniest on YouTube. Also, I'm super lost. Where the hell's the coordinates again? I should just write them down.
God damn it.
Just press F3 and tell me what the numbers say.
Be competent. That's what it says, just in English.
Teleport
it's crazy. It's crazy how it just says
weird. Weird. I can either kill you or teleport to you. Which one do you want?
Neither.
Then tell me the coordinates.
Where have you gone to?
Away.
Oh, damn it. I don't have a hoe. Damn it. Looking 346 28 199.
Oh, I am very far away from you.
Where did because you went on like a cow expedition.
No, I just was looking for sugarcane and I wasn't keeping track of where I was walking.
Bring us more cows.
I killed some cows I found along the way. Does that count? Does that count?
How dare you? So this is a family establishment.
You mean how dare you?
Alright, that kind of fixed it.
You don't hold a candle to the funniest man in the world, Jeff Dunham. Yo, all right.
Oh yeah,
the guy really don't know how to feel now.
the guy that's so funny. He did like a fucking 10-minute bit about his fucking website URL. Jesus Christ. Yeah, what a fucking embarrassing human. I had a period where I had the shame of briefly enjoying his shit, and boy, I grew out of that fast. He goes in my sad history, right next to right next to the part of where I liked the Backstreet Boys or liked Nickelback. We all grew up making mistakes.
What the hell is that? I think I discovered the fortress where all the like villagers that have crossbows are like from. Ow! God damn, they have crossbows.
You're seeing something new. That's all like stuff that wasn't around the last time I played.
Foxes have stupid looking dumb faces. God, they look like idiots. What were we saying?
None of that was around last time I played. That's all new information.
Yeah. Also, I literally never noticed that it was miles per hour until you told me just now.
Just wanted to let just enough time pass where you could like have some plausible deniability when you had to admit that.
Yes, sir. That's exactly how that went.
I don't like that pattern. I thought that was gonna look cooler. Yet.
Ow! What the fuck is hurting me?
Yeah, Tails miles per hour. Yeah, that's his name. That's a real name.
I was poked to death by a sweet berry bush.
You killed yourself on a plant?
Hold the fuck up. I got poked to death by a sweet berry bush.
No wonder you're vegetarian. You want to fuck them all up. Revenge.
I didn't even see the berry bush.
It saw you. It saw you.
What kind of stupid ass obituary is that going to be, too? Here lies Birdcatcher. Every rose has a thorn, and he found one too many. Like
historically, people have had worse times. You gotta remember, most people in Oregon, Trail die of pooping.
Go on.
It's the dysentery.
Oh.
They get that poopy death.
Yeah.
It's very sad.
Yeah.
But also weirdly funny, as far as sad deaths go. Ta-da! I can be reasonably happy with this dumb-looking farm.
I mean, imagine if you, like, went to, like, I don't know, what are they called when they sell a plant in a building? Nursery. Yeah. Imagine you went to one of those and, like, you went to, like, pick up a plant and the people working there were like, no, 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 no! But then you touched it anyway, and then you wound up in the hospital 4 days later and you didn't remember your name.
That's the dangerous prickly band.
Oh yeah, I remember we had a meme going where it was stories that got weirder and weirder, and then the nurse was there, but the nurse was like, "Sir, do you remember who I am?" And you were like, "No," and then she started crying, and then you were like, why are you so sad when you're so pretty? Which made her cry even more. And then
I don't even know where we started. What is this?
And then like it turns out like years later that you're in a job interview having an interview question, and someone's like a man wakes up in the hospital and tells the nurse that she's pretty, and she starts crying. Why? And then he's like, "Oh, I understand now," because it turns out that the nurse was his son.
That's I was about to say the answer, and then you did whatever that was.
It's okay. All my stuff's gonna go away, and I worked really hard to find all that sugar cane.
Yeah, you should try to be better at this.
I didn't write down where I was.
Have you considered
Dumbass.
not dying?
Well, I didn't know that a sweet berry bush could kill me.
It's fine. We're expanding the sugar cane farm. We'll be good.
You are. I've spent.
It's fine. I'll just accomplish everything myself. It's fine.
I've been
it's
recording
okay
for 24
that you
minutes, and all
failed
I've done
us.
is ramble about pretty nurses.
All I did was sort of expand the same room that I've spent like 4 other episodes on. This is Minecraft.
How do you spend 4 episodes expanding one room?
I mean, it's faster than real construction. Oopsie. Checkmate, Birdsley.
Yeah, I don't really have a clapback for that one. Oh, speaking of clapback, I watched a video today.
You can't appropriate their generation.
No, but I can. Anyway,
I can, and you can't stop me.
So I saw a video today where it was called "How to Speak Gen Z Slang," and I was like, "Oh, this is going to be nice," and I was right. So I was watching it, and I learned a new one that a lot of them already knew. I already knew about clapback and fam, and yeet and yeet and yeet. But I learned a new one.
We never noticed.
Called dipset, and I was like, "What the hell does this mean?" Yeah. So I think that dipset is
that sounds like an already outdated programming language.
Dipset is when you want to leave like a party because it sucks. Apparently, I mean somebody in chat.
So my birthdays.
Yes. And so I was like, I've never heard anyone use the term dipset. And then I was like, well, why would anyone say dipset, but they can always say, like, this party sucks, let's yeet out of here. Like, oh, that's why no one's ever said it.
Because they realized that there was good options.
But yeah. But yeah, like, one of my coworkers has apparently never heard anyone say the term oof before, except for me and my other coworker. And like, I don't know why people.
I mean,
think
it came
oof
out of fucking nowhere for me.
What? I've been saying oof for like actually years.
I feel like it never came up at all until I had a Discord server and I saw people say it just fucking nonstop, and then it just spread to Andrew, and then suddenly it was just a thing now that was part of life.
I've been saying oof for a very, very long time, as far as I can remember.
I mean,
as far as I can remember, I've always said oof.
It is just a normal ass sound that just means that, and is not even like, as far as slang goes, nobody made up a new weird thing like yeet. Like it's just
yeah.
It's just using oof as intended, but more.
Yeah, like I don't understand why like it's so weird, but apparently it's like a really like Gen Z phenomenon. I'm really confused by that one.
Yeah, I don't know, just kind of took off.
Yeah.
It just happens. Have you ever like, I have a thing that I have a weird piece of slang that I remember that I've never encountered ever outside of high school, and I'm beginning to think that it might only be a high school thing from my school or from California, and not at all a widespread thing.
Okay.
Which is that people would, if somebody said something stupid and got corrected or whatever, or like anyone wanted to shit on what somebody said, basically, they would say that's a rip. And it was sometimes accompanied with like a weird, like, it was almost like a back of the neck Indian bird friction thing.
That's
weird. It was so weird.
I've heard of rip or capital F, but never that's a rip. That sounds like somebody who's trying to.
I don't even know if it has anything to do with RIP. I think it might just be the word rip in some context. And I'm like, what a fucking like rocket power ass California thing to say. To be like, that's a rip.
God, I hated that show. Rocket Power was
don't
always
make
like
fun of my culture.
Dude, I hated Rocket Power. It was so cringy. I was like, what?
I just amused myself by saying that don't make fun of my culture. Don't mind me, I'm just laughing at my own jokes.
Yeah, Rocket Power was a bunch of like Californian kids who didn't have jobs or anything like that.
By the way, I just want to think that somebody just straight up just sent $20 my way. So thank you.
2 people on the stream.
Also, I just want to make Bird feel inadequate. So really, it's a win-win across the board. It's a pretty good time for me. So how's it going, Bird?
I'm just not going to pay you back at this rate.
Bird's referring to the fact that I paid for his copy of the game because his stolen-ass credit card was gone, and then when he tried to buy the game with Lady Bird's accounts, it was like, this is fraud. You can't do that. It's like, no, it's not fraud. No, it's fraud. We know better.
We're an algorithm. We always know better.
Man,
always.
Using modern credit cards is really annoying for that specific reason. It's like, it's just really frustrating to have, like, be at a grocery store in the town you live in, and you're fucking, for whatever reason, just your credit card will decide it doesn't trust you and thinks that you're doing fraud now. And then you'll get like a text message and it'll be declined, and then you get a fucking phone call 20 minutes later trying to verify whether or not your card was stolen, and I'm like, I'm at Rayleigh's.
And then your grandma shoots you a message on
I'm at Rayleigh's. I live right here. Why do you think this is fraud?
Then your grandma shoots you a message on Facebook being like, a man from the government called me and asked if I knew what you were doing. And then you say, and then she's like, is this a valid purchase? And you're like, yes, Meemaw. And she's like, haha, you fell for my trap. And then it's the president.
Do you call your grandma Meemaw?
No, because I'm not from like the fucking sticks of the sticks.
The mega sticks.
All right, so here's a problem that I have. All my stuff is gone because I died really, really far away from the base on a bush, which I don't think is a legitimate death.
Hello, sad naked bird.
I'm really not accepting
Hey,
that
step
was
1,
okay.
don't have half a heart. Step 2, don't touch pointy things with half a heart.
It wasn't what
You did
I couldn't even tell what I was dying on.
Yeah, that's half your problem.
I don't think it's legitimate, and it also resulted in the loss of a diamond pickaxe, which is
That's fine. We're used to that.
But I'm used to you having those problems, not me.
Nope. Get used to it.
I went through all that trouble.
You also think you're used to me dying more, but people are doing those like kill counts, and I'm winning like all the time. You're the dying boy. You're the boy who dies.
We have definitely been neck and neck in this one. Just saying.
You're the one who dies.
Yeah, well, you know what? Just because you're giving me attitude, I'm gonna make a diamond sword. Boom.
All right. I'm not afraid. I'm used to having a lot of diamonds. I'm not freaking out.
Okay. Well, guess what? I'm gonna use all the diamonds then.
I mean, I wouldn't recommend that if you want to accomplish things in the future without re-farming them. There are downsides to this approach.
What, spite? There's never been a downside to spite. All right,
I've been living off of spite my entire life. You can't use bone meal on bamboo.
No.
Grow faster. Why aren't you growing?
Because I've watched bamboo never
Shut your mouth. That's not how anything works. Give me bamboo. Also your sugar cane, but you look like bamboo, so I'm right.
Well, the thing is, it used to be called bamboo, and then they changed it to sugar cane because you can't make paper out of bamboo. So they tried to make it like make sense because that's how Minecraft was developed, which is they made tiles for fun and then tried to retroactively smush
make it all mean something.
Yeah, smush utility into it. Dude, where's your donation button? Why? So you can give Keith $20. just donate to me and earmark it. Like, by the way, this goes to Keith. Oh, look, all the cows grew up. Die.
I mean, you joke about it, but I still get contacted with people like PMing me, DMing me on like Discord about like scrap mechanic mods. Just because I'm like on Durf's Discord at all.
Oh.
Like, oh, you must be a scrap mechanic boy. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, okay. I've been meaning to set up a some way to donate to me for, oh gosh, probably about 3 or 4 years at this point.
Just gonna say, you've been streaming for longer than some of the audience has been alive. God, I hope not. Please no.
Woodcatcher. Wood was my first wood.
Oh, faster! All right, I'm about to fucking look for my own bamboo, so I can plant more of it faster. It grows so slow.
Some of it grew over there in the corner. You can go poke it if you feel like it.
That's one. It's so little.
I know.
It's taking so long. But also, there's the thing where like we have to be within range for it to grow.
Oh, really? It won't grow if you're not near it?
If you're not in, if the chunk has to be loaded for one of the players.
Oh.
If we both leave the area and all of our farm stuff is gone, if neither of us have the farm loaded, then the farm doesn't progress. You'd think the server could track that kind of shit, but like a player has to have it loaded in the local area for it to be actually making any progress and stuff like that.
No, I get it. It's like a farm is like a guy that can only write when he's in a coffee shop.
Yep. And
others need to be nearby
Epic Undead just sent you $20 earmarked as a donation to me. Also known as he just paid off half of your copy of the game.
The game's $27. How's it half? You charging me a convenience fee, Mr. PayPal?
I didn't remember how much it was, honestly.
Okay. Well, thank you, Epic.
I was just guessing 35, but I didn't remember.
Well, I did remember because I never forget a debt.
This is a weird fucking job.
Yep.
This is a weird job. What are you doing? Bantering over Minecraft? Take my money.
My credit cards was stolen, and I went to go to the office to do my work. Also called I went to work. And
also called I went to work.
I forgot Lady Bird's credit card, so I showed up at the office and I didn't have any way to buy lunch.
Oh, you had no monies.
So I long story short, a coworker ended up paying for lunch for me because he had like some stuff he needed to talk to me about. The story is going somewhere, just wait. Anyway, I asked him to Venmo me how much he owed me. It took him a couple days, whatever. He finally Venmo'd me the other day, and he was like, "There, done." And I said, my response to that was, "This contract is sealed." That's what I wrote on the message when I like agreed to pay whatever he charged me. And he was like, "That's a really ominous response." And I was like, "Nah, dude. It depends on if you're picturing the animal a seal or the singer a seal." In your head when I say that.
A debt must be paid.
So his response to that was I was picturing more Eldritch ritual, so I guess that technically makes it the singer seal. And so I responded to that with step 1, kiss Rose by the grave. It's like, yeah, that actually sounds correct.
I still haven't read any Lovecraft, despite playing like 10 games based on it now.
It's okay, you're really not missing much.
I have the complete collection of H.P. Lovecraft in a big old tome on the shelf.
Even the thing that is most famous
distressingly large.
Like Cthulhu, like that story is like 10 pages long or something. Like it's really short. But then he's got another story called like The Origin of the Black Man or something like that, and that one's really long.
I've watched the Overly Sarcastic Productions video about him, which is amusing because she gets into the detail of like what kind of stuff he found scary was often just anything vaguely different, or and he just describe anything scary as being like incomprehensible and unknowable and always, and also like but also like he was agoraphobic, so half the time it was just like it's outside therefore it's scary. And I guess there's an entire story about an evil undescribable color.
Yeah,
that's a thing. I don't know, I'll probably get through that at some point.
Then
I'll read the Bible and the Quran and all of the Norse mythology again, which is the most fun of all these options. Yes. Norse is great. It's fucking bonkers. None of it makes sense. It's just a bunch of asshole gods being assholes for no reason, and there's no moral. Like there's no like none of the stuff about like Christianity where it's like, and that's supposed to teach you to hate the gays or whatever thing. Where like half of them are vaguely.
Man, that is a very disingenuous take, but that's fine.
Some of them are still relevant, and I'm just saying some of the morals are relevant still, and some of them have really not aged well. But in a lot of the Norse stuff, there just isn't any moral, because they're just not morality tales. It's just weird stories about like gods being dicks.
Yeah. I've long since forgotten something I wanted to say. Hang on. Let me kill the skeleton. Maybe it'll remind me of memes past. Yoink. Got the bow.
Dare you.
What was I gonna say though? Shit.
I'm trying to hug the coast a little bit so I can find my way back.
It's okay. This is the direction that I went trying to find all the sugar canes, so we're not gonna find any because I already took it all up, but I just wanted to be with you.
Chat has mentioned the exact story I was thinking of, which is the freaking the creation of Sleipnir is absurd. I don't remember the exact motivation for it, or even if the motivation made any sense. But it basically ends up with like Loki just deciding to turn into a mare and sleep with like Odin's horse.
Nice.
As like a distraction method, because I think it might have been a really weird thing, like Odin needed his horse for like a race or some other task or something, and then Loki was like, we can't have him having his horse, I'm gonna sleep with his horse. and he birthed Sleipnir, the nightmare like 8-legged horse.
Nice. You know, I was gonna say the birth of Sleipnir sounds like it could be either an H.P. Lovecraft story or a Norse story, and I have no idea which one it's gonna be until you start describing it.
Yeah. Is that the bush you died on?
I don't know. I don't think so.
It looked like it might have been a prickly bush. It was at least like a berry bush or something.
Yeah, well, I'm eating a shit ton of berries, and they're not gonna poke me to death.
Mushrooms. You require more bamboo and fewer creepers.
I mean, if you think about it, a creeper is basically just really thick bamboo. I'm definitely trying to hit the creeper towards you, but I can't because of lag.
I'm like, I was gonna say, you're like really hugging up on it. Like, I feel like you're gonna self-inflict something.
I can't self-inflict something on you because you're not me.
Ooh, you seeing this?
What, red?
Oh, is this the people who attacked you?
That's the Fort Villager.
Oh, we're going the same way you went? Damn it. That means they're all taken. I
literally just said that a couple of seconds ago, and then you were like, is this the berry bush you died on?
Tell a story, shut up.
Is this the berry bush you died
Oh, there's
on?
the
Maybe it
asshole.
was.
Here
Maybe
it
it wasn't.
comes. Hey, Van Helsing Squidward. How you doing? Ow. Ow.
This is ow.
Ow.